Hello, hello. Is this working? Hello? Testing out some new BGM and stuff like that. I mean, the BGM's the same, but like actually using the BGM. But let me know if this is working, guys. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, yeah, I'm seeing the chat. Hello, how's it going? So we got Shireen, Student of God, SB, Kara, Shadow, Ruby. Yo, thank you so much for joining today. Kara, Cheese, our very own mod. Thank you for joining. Brandon Wing, hello, hello. We have 23 people. Yo, for our first Japanese stream. My gosh, thank you so much. Oh, Janaid, man. Thank you so much, bro. One man stream. Yes, this is the first time we are doing a single solo stream. This is crazy. Ours is still working right now. So, yo, Jesse, how's it going? Jagoda, Shadow Sky, yo, Shadow Star Destroyer. Yo, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. So, guys, who's ready to study some Japanese today? Gekiritsu, hello. How's it going? How's it going? Yo, so just let me know if, the BGM is all fine, all of that. No puns today, guys. Sadly, no puns today. But yeah, let me know how my volume is and all of that. Oh, so Happy's here. Hello, watashi. Watashi ga kita. No BGM. There's no BGM. It might be a bit low. It might be a bit low. How about now? Yes, exactly, Jesse. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, how about now? Yeah, I don't want to keep it too low. Okay, maybe that's good. All right, you know what? Wait, how loud is this, by the way?
ここをクリックしてください。
Could you hear this?
ここをクリックしてください。
Let me know if you heard that. Oh, okay, and it's good volume, yeah? Okay, because I don't want the BGM to be overpowering. But yes, guys, we are super excited to get started with this. So we know you've been wanting us to do studying Japanese streams for a long time now, and that's something that we've been wanting to do ourselves. It's just that we really wanted to kick it off with this app here called Human Japanese, because Human Japanese, we absolutely love it. I've been using it for years. We've only promoted it on the channel once, but I've literally been using it for years, and it actually got me. It let me ace my exams when I did it way back when. I did a Japanese module way back when in like my third year of med school, I think, something like that. And yo, this app was a lifesaver. So I reached out to them and asked them if we could showcase some of the lessons on their app, and they said yes. And yo, so grateful for them to allow us to do this. We'll have the links to download this in the description and in the pinned comments. Yes, it is a sponsored stream. We got permission from them to do this. So you can download it. If you open the pinned message up top, you can download it there. There's a free trial, and they're running like a an offer on their advanced advanced app as well. I mean, the advanced membership. So whether you're a beginner or not, there's something for everyone. So links to that will be in the description, links to that in the pinned comments. Yes. So this is, guys, I have to say, this is literally the best resource for studying Japanese. I've used textbooks. I've used other apps as well. Anki flashcards and all that. But the way he teaches is just so good. Like, it's literally, that's why it's called Human Japanese, because it's like a teacher sitting in the room with you and teaching you. So you can just see from the prose here as well. I mean, like how it's written out. It's great. It's just so good. So what we're going to do is, as you can see here, there's a bunch of chapters all the way up to 39. And this is just Human Japanese. It's Human Japanese Intermediate, which comes right after this. So much content to get through. So we have like about a couple of hours, I would say, before we need to do like recordings and stuff. So let's see how much we can get through. Let's see how much we can get through. And and you'll just see like how really simple and easy it is to get started with Japanese. Like, you can straight up go from zero to like a good, to having good knowledge in it. Yes, yo, Nichino, thank you so much for coming. How's it going? And yo, we have almost 30 people watching, so thank you so much for our first ever Japanese stream. But yes, all right. Are you guys ready? Shall we get started? I'll give you some time to exhaust. I'll give you some time to download the app as well. Link in the description, because you can get the free trial. And I'm ready to get started. Just came out of a Japanese oral test as well. Yo, perfect timing. What are the odds of that, So Happy? What are the odds of that? I see Ixo. Are you all ready? Shall we go? Let's see some Ixos in the chat. Ikoka. Oh, ikimashou ka. Yo, I love it. Oh, man. This is great. Okay. All right. So first, I've already gone through some all of this actually, because I've done it before. But yes, so we'll just read it through. So you want to speak Japanese? Well, I've got some good news for you. Well, good news and some bad news. Good news is that Japanese is an incredibly interesting language with very few basic sounds and straightforward grammar. Oh, yo, upstairs. Hello, hello. How's it going? Yeah, no, also today he is working. Oh, Mana's here too. Mana, thank you so much for dropping by. Come on. Oh my God, Mana, we love you. Thank you so much. Okay, yo, Mana. Guys, please check out Mana. She's amazing. She's a moderator on our channel too. She was actually the first VTuber to drop by our channel ever. So this is insane. Thank you so much for joining, man. I hope you're getting some well-needed rest. Oh, thank you so much. You really are an inspiration to me as well because your work ethic is just insane. So thank you so much. Whew. Okay. The bad news, if your English, wow, I'm bugging English today. If your first language is English, you routinely make thousands of language sounds that don't even exist in Japanese. And Japanese and English grammar are about as different as sushi and sandwiches. But what's life without a little challenge, right? There's a good side even to the bad news. On the I was about to go to sleep. I'm going to stick around for a bit. Oh, Mana, thank you so much. Please, I hope you get some rest as well. But honestly, we really appreciate you sticking by. Thank you. Yo, Jesse, thank you so much. On the pronunciation front, Japanese sounds are few and pure. When I say pure, I mean there aren't so-called gliding vowels like there are in English. A gliding vowel is when you start to make one vowel sound and then ever so subtly glide into a different one. For example, listen to yourself carefully as you say the word no. Yeah, I am struggling to speak English today. You'll notice that you don't just make an O sound, but you tuck a little oo sound onto the end. You can verify this by noticing that your lips and tongue actually move, which would be unnecessary for just one simple vowel sound. If you don't believe me, look in the mirror and say it slowly. Yeah, this is so true. Try it out, guys. No. So you say like no, ooh, instead of no, like that. These gliding vowels are just one aspect of English that give it a large total number of language sounds. When I talk about language sounds, I'm talking about the one-syllable building blocks that you can use to make any word in a given language. Care to hazard a guess at how many basic sound ingredients there are in English? It varies by dialect, but one estimate puts the number at over 8,000. That's crazy. That's actually nuts. I didn't even know that, and I'm native English. All right. So, yes. So what we're going to do here is in the menu, preferences, we're going to select... Oh, dude, thank you so much for this super chat. Oh my God, keep up the awesome work, man. You're an inspiration to many. Love you, sure, bro. That's my line to you, man. So, guys, I have to say, so Ruby Buckle, he's a friend from. I don't even want to say high school, man. From primary school. We've known each other since childhood, and this guy's been supporting the channel in the shadows from way back when. You might have seen him on the He Wants to Be a Millionaire video from way back when. But yeah. I love the guy, man. Thank you so much. He's on the channel too. Yeah, he is on the channel. Love this guy. Thank you so much, Janae. We seriously appreciate your support so much. Hope everything's well. Hope your family's well. And we can't wait to make videos together again, man. So yes, I'm gonna do roam freely so we don't have to do the tests, but the tests are great too. Osanana Jimmy. Oh yes. Osanana Jimmy. Yes, he is. Oh man. Wait, hold on. Janae, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna make you a moderator right now. Yeah, here you go. Add moderator. There you go. All right. Thank you very much, Janae. Appreciate it big time. Okay. So, Japanese, on the other hand, has very strict rules about what is and isn't a language sound. The total number of one-syllable building blocks out of which any Japanese word can be constructed, wait for it, is about 110. That's right. While we can only guess at the total inventory of English language sound, Japanese is so low that we can simply count them up. That's crazy. This is a good thing for us English-speaking oral acrobats. It's good because phonetically simple languages feel easy to learn, but challenging at the same time because out of sheer habit, we're probably going to make all kinds of strange sounds unintentionally when we speak Japanese, and it can be hard to weed those out. Have you ever heard of a foreigner speaking English and making sounds that are at best creative approximations of true English sounds? In the beginning, we'll be doing a lot of that in Japanese. I'm sure if anyone studied it already, you know exactly what this is talking about. But think of it this way: you're in a much better spot than the poor Japanese guy learning English, trying to wrap his head around 7,890 new language sounds. That's a bit insane. My gosh. But yes, when it comes to grammar, what may seem challenging really is a blessing in disguise. See, when people learn languages that are similar in structure and word order to their own, yes, you do have a power-up. Well, the main thing is so people can know whenever you drop by. Yes, so Asif, this is Asif's first time. I mean, he's gone through a bit of human Japanese before, but we're going through it together. Guys, let me know if you want me to go through all of this part as well. I mean, I think it would be nice for completion's sake to like go through everything. They often approach the language as if it were code, where you simply take an English sentence and then swap out each word to create the translation. But that's really not the case. Yeah, because the grammar is so different. Yeah. People who do this never really get a deep understanding of the target language, so they'll only be able to speak it in bits and pieces at best. Not to mention cause a great deal of head scratching for the poor souls who try to understand them. With Japanese, the grammar is so unlike English that you won't be tempted to fall into this trap. I once had a friend who would take an English sentence and then look up each word in an English-Japanese dictionary, write down the first entry for each one to build Japanese sentences, and the results were the most hilariously unintelligible things you could ever imagine. So the long and short of this is that you'll have no choice but to really understand the nuts and bolts of the language. That means you'll be able to speak it well. Oh, love it. Oh, yo, mana. I can imagine. And yo, mana, your English and Japanese and like exactly like you said, bilingual it's crazy. It's so good. It's literally so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sometimes I'm just so grateful that English was my first language, because I can't even explain English to people. Like there's no way. It's just really difficult. And yo, Jordan, I like that. Me and Arthur really watching streams. If you're a grammarphobe, don't worry, I'm right there with you. In fact, until I began to study Japanese, I saw no use for grammar whatsoever. Yeah, literally me. I couldn't tell you what a subject or an object was, let alone harder items like articles and participles. So don't fret. I'm not going to turn into your 8th grade English teacher and have you graph sentences. Oh God, thank goodness. Actually, the name of the software, Human Japanese, this is what I was talking about before when we started, is meant to describe my approach to this whole concept of learning a language. In my experience, there seem to be two main approaches to language. The first is the memorization camp. Absolutely not me. These people pick up the phrase book and just memorize all the key sentences. You probably know someone from the office who can ask for a beer in 50 different languages. That's great, but what happens when you want to ask what kinds of beer are available, or where the beer was made, or how you can send a beer to that attractive person across the room? With the phrase approach, if you don't know the phrase, you're out of luck. Yeah. Learning English was a pain. Oh gosh. The other camp is a grammar-centric camp. These people say, look, if you don't know the grammar, you're stuck with whatever tiny number of sentences you can memorize. If you understand how to string the words together, you can make any sentence you want. And they're absolutely right. The trouble is that a lot of the books that take this approach get so bogged down in the endless detail that the poor student coming in as a healthy, fun-loving individual gets turned off by the clinical sterility and gives up. Yes, take this from a med student, guys. You don't want clinical sterility when you're studying Japanese. Yeah, English has pronunciation, Japanese has kanji. Yeah, kanji would be the difficult aspect of it for sure. English speaking people are still learning how to speak every day. As you're probably beginning to guess, I lean more towards the second camp than the first. I'm not going to lie to you, grammar is extremely important, but gosh darn it, a language is just such a fun, incredible, scary, cool thing that if people are going to learn one, you got to have fun doing it. They need lessons from someone who speaks their language, someone who teaches in real, warm human terms. And I believe that I'm your guy. And guys, I can attest to that. This is your guy. Writing kanji. Oh my God. Yeah, there's recognizing kanji and then there's writing kanji. Jeez. GL with that. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna learn all the really important grammar stuff, but each time I use a new term or introduce a new concept, I'll make sure you understand exactly what it is and why it's important. I'll show you how it relates to similar concepts in English. I'll even make the explanations funny and interesting to read. Yeah, it actually is humorous. And you know, they say humor makes things stick in your head as well. So there you go. It really helps. By the time we're done with this, you'll not only understand Japanese, but I'd wager that you'll understand English a good better deal as well. Yes, exactly. Along the way, we'll be meeting hundreds of new vocabulary words. Whenever you see any word written in Japanese characters in the main text, touch it to hear a recording. That's rule number 1. All Japanese words have recordings attached, like this.
ここをクリックしてください.
Look how amazing that is. So you will always, if sometimes you can't, skipping your brain, like you just can't get what you're seeing, then just click it and it will read it out to you. Hey, there you go. ここをクリックしてください. Yes. Rule number 2 is that for every new thing I tell you about Japanese, I'll back it up with tons and tons of example sentences so that you can see and hear what you're learning immediately. Having these example sentences right at your fingertips, interwoven with the explanations, is a key part of what makes human Japanese so powerful. Let me show you how they work. So now, I don't expect you to be able to read the Japanese already. We'll be learning that together. But take a look at the following examples. Yes, so I actually do know this because I've been studying before. But so this is 日本語を勉強しましょう.
日本語を勉強しましょう.
Yes, and what it's saying is that you can literally click on that notepad over there to see the breakdown. So you got Nihongo or Benkyo shimashou. It's amazing. It's honestly so good to like get started with this, man. And then Mariko-san wa mise no naka ni imasu.
マリコさんは店の中にいます。
Oh, thank you. Rita, thank you so much. 頑張ってね. Arigatou gozaimasu. 来てくれてありがとうございます, Rita. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And you had your K-pop stream as well. So, that is amazing. We love K-pop as well. So, we can't wait to drop by more of your streams for that. Thank you so much, Rita. Oh gosh, definitely going to be watching the VOD for that. As promised, you'll hear recordings of the sentences by touching Japanese and simply use the link to reveal the English translations. So yeah, exactly like I did there. All you have to do is click the clipboard icons, and it's instantaneous, simultaneous lookup of every word and word form. Try it now. The idea is to keep you in the flow of the lesson even when you momentarily forgotten the meaning of a word, as we all do sometimes, even in English really sometimes. This feature, which we call ingredients, is available in every single example. Example sentence that you will encounter. It's amazing. Mariko san as well wa mise no naka ni imasu. It's amazing. And you can hear it again.
店の中にいます。
便利だね. I love it. But yes, again, guys, the link to download this is in the description and in the pinned comment. So yeah, it's and if you download it, you'll be supporting us as well. Yes. That's Asif on the other channel saying, hello, Rita. So at the end of most chapters, there are links to quizzes to help you review what you've learned. You can also access these quizzes by using the review button at the bottom. The quizzes intelligently keep track of which questions you get right and wrong and automatically show you the ones you need help with more often. It's amazing. It's amazing. Answering questions correctly earns you stars and experience one. There you go for all you gamers out there, including myself. It gives you an idea of how you're doing overall. The most important kind of quiz is the chapter review. Successfully passing a chapter review has the effect of unlocking the next chapter. However, if you prefer, you can unlock all of them and roam freely, which is what I usually do. But yeah, let's go into the things. Like, phones are so convenient now that autofills kanji. Even government employees needed to look up certain kanji because they couldn't write from memory. Oh my god. Yo, I can imagine. I can seriously imagine that. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, even when I'm typing as well, obviously, like, I'm not native Japanese, but when I'm typing, I love it when it autocorrects the kanji. So I can imagine, how Japanese people feel about that as well. Come on, Minna. Rita, thank you so much. But Mana, thank you so much for that, like, insight as well. It's crazy because I've not been to Japan ever. So it really is nice to see, to get insight from, like, people living there. Oh yes, let's go through. So let's quickly go through some stuff. Ooh, to which syllabary is used for ordering katakana, your Japanese word? So that's hiragana. So this is just an example test. You wouldn't be expected to know this until you go through like the further lessons. How's the Android? That's what I actually use the Android version mainly, like way back when. So I love it. Hi Shibu, by the way. Hi Rafal. Thank you so much for joining. Rafal. When you type, do you default to Japanese keyboard, Romanize Japanese and turn it into kanji? See, that's a good point. I actually have a keyboard that I use Romaji. I mean, I type in English and then it switches over to hiragana and then it swaps over to kanji if needed. I know that shouldn't be, like, that's not the best way of doing it, but I don't know where to download the other keyboards, but I definitely should do that sometime. Main purpose of katakana, represent foreign words. Katakana. Kanji.
完璧。
To look cool. Yo, Aris, thank you so much for joining. Just the introduction. Oh, okay. I forgot about this. Hiragana characters. There's about 50, right?
完璧。
That 40 something. I have the same Japanese keyboard. Yeah, exactly, Rita. Yeah. That's why. I'm in the same boat. That's
完
false.
璧。
Hiragana, that is true.
Yatta.
Hiragana were derived from kanji. Sounds only. This is
や
true.
った。
This is true. Because, yeah, it's not like A is A. Oh, man, I don't know this. I actually don't know this one. Approximately when did kanji come to Japan? Oh, no. Do you guys want to hazard a guess? I have no idea. I've completely forgotten this. It's going to be a wild guess, honestly.
完璧
Oh, yo, all right, we'll take it. Guys, you've seen how this is exactly how I do my medical exams. I love it. Oh, which writing system came from China? Kanji.
完璧
There you go. All done. Don't we do that in all our tests? Yep, exactly. I love it. Launch vocab quiz. Okay. こんばんは。
こんばんはどういたしまして
どういたしまして You're welcome.
完璧
Yeah, I love. So this reminds me a lot of
お
medicine
やす
actually.
み
Like
なさい
oh yes, minasai. So you have to do tests no matter what subject you're doing to kind of ingrain it into your head. Like you can read stuff, but I feel like you need to be tested on it so it just retains. So the retention is better. So I really appreciate this.
やった日本人完璧
And the way she says it as well, you can just keep repeating after her, right? And yo guys, 40 people watching. ありがとうございます。聞いてくれてありがとう。アメリカ人。
アメリカ人
So of course that will be changed to katakana when the America part when we get there. はじめまして。
はじめまして
Oh yo, how's it going, Tiaza?
アメリカ人
アメリカ人。
完璧
I do have some basic Japanese books for reading practice. Yeah. I've heard what's that manga? The Yotsuba one. I've heard that's really good, and I think it has furigana on top of it, on top of the kanji as well. Yeah. Suffixes are attached to country names to mean a person from that country. Jin, right? Jin.
人アメリ
Yes.
カ
So this is our first Japanese stream, but I've actually studied Japanese before. But we're looking forward to doing a lot more of these. So because we really would like to. Yeah, I really need to study more, and this will give me the greatest opportunity to do it. America.
やったおはようございます
おはようございます。
完璧
Yeah, I believe I may be mistaken. My kanji isn't what it used to be way back when I actually did the exam, but you use the kanji for hito, like jin, hito is the same kanji, I believe. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Mana. Thank you for that. Okay, nice. All right, so on to the next one. And then, I love this part. This part just makes you wanna, especially during, what's going on right now. You need this part. I mean, right now in the world, you need these cultural notes. Finally, we'll be breaking up the language lessons every now and then with cultural vignettes designed to give you a feel for the way life really works in Japan. In such chapters, I've included dozens of high-res photos to keep things interesting. Touch any photo to see it full screen, and be sure you do so, since there are often bonus photos you can see only in the full screen viewer. And just to whet your appetite, here are a few mouth-watering photos from the food chapter. Ooh, this is... literally, I'm fasting right now as well, so this is crazy. Man, look at this sushi. Look at tempura as well. Oh, don't even get me started on the... Oh my god, the yakitori. That's so good. Good thing I just ate. Oh, Tsubasa, thank you so much for joining. Uma. Yo, it looks so good, doesn't it? Oh, man. And let's go. That's about everything I'm fasting. Yeah, exactly. Same feel. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And to everyone else fasting too. That's about everything you need to know to get going. Learning Japanese is a journey like no other, and I'm thrilled to be your guide. So buckle up for the language adventure of a lifetime, and let's get started. Guys, I can't emphasize how amazing this app is. And now, doesn't this make you feel all giddy like you're going on an adventure? Because it really is like that, Okay. Are you all ready for chapter 1? So let's have a look at the chapters. We've just finished. So we've done, introduction, chapter 1. Yes, indeed. Yes. Okay, so first thing first, to start our journey in Japanese, we've got to know how to pronounce it. As it turns out, Japanese pronunciation is very straightforward compared to English. As a general rule, one letter is pronounced only one way. And as I mentioned before, there aren't very many sounds to begin with, so you're probably in for a pleasant surprise. Before we look at the vowels, I'd like to say a word about romanization. Here you go, everyone's favorite thing. Romanization means writing words from another language in the alphabet that we use in English, the Roman alphabet. Typically, we tend to think of our alphabet as the English alphabet, but the fact of the matter is that the characters A to Z are used, or Z, because I'm British, with a few minor variations, are used with a few minor variations in very many languages besides English. Our alphabet is actually called the Roman alphabet. Human Japanese, yes, I love this app so much since it goes all the way back to Latin. It's handy to be able to write Japanese using Roman letters because that way we can start using Japanese words without having to know how to read Japanese characters. It lets us jump right into the study of the language itself, but Roman letters really don't cut it for any sort of true study of Japanese. Yeah, this is what a lot of people say. Is this program free? I'm learning Japanese and looking for a better program to use. Yeah, so you can get a free trial of this. The link is in the description and in the pinned comments, and it's so good. It is totally, even if you get the full version, it's totally worth the investment. I vouch for it 100%. And there's also pitch accent. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. English pronunciations, yeah. Oh, Kev Krieger, I'm glad you asked that because it is the best for beginners. So this is Human Japanese, the beginner one, and then there's intermediate as well. And once you've done that, they even have an even more intermediate side, which is called Satori Reader, which is a subscription-based one. But this one is a one-time purchase for beginners. It's just so good. It's so good. I studied Japanese from zero with this. Yes, so there's Human Japanese and then there's Human Japanese Intermediate. You want to download Human Japanese to begin with. Though there are regional differences too. Yeah, oh my god. So is that like dialects and stuff? Weird thing is I learned Japanese from anime and songs. Yeah, so they always say that, you know, knowing just anime and that's not a true representation of like studying and stuff, but I guess like being exposed to so much Japanese, it definitely helps, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mana, yeah. And Satori Rita, you tried Satori Rita. Oh my god, yeah, it's so good. Like there's literally, it's updated with like so many like stories and stuff that you can just use to practice reading. It's so good. Imagine meeting Kansai dialects as a beginner. Yeah, oh my gosh. It's handy to be able to read and write Japanese using Roman letters. Yes. Japanese has two alphabets, or more accurately, they're called syllabaries. That name stems from the fact that unlike English, where one letter represents just a part of a sound, try to pronounce K by itself. You can't, isn't it? You don't say K, it's K. Every letter in the syllabary represents an entire sound or syllable. So just one letter all by itself can be read as Ka. That's awesome. That is amazing. It makes it so much easier. Starting from lesson 2, we'll start learning the syllabaries. Until we master them, we'll use both Roman letters and the syllabaries to represent the Japanese words we encounter. However, by lesson 18, we'll begin using the syllabaries exclusively. Although this may seem overwhelming right now, they are really easy to learn and understand. Japanese also uses a third character set called kanji, which was borrowed from Chinese. We'll discuss kanji a bit more in the next lesson. But now, let's look at the pronunciation in Japanese. We'll start with the vowels. The list is short and sweet. When written in Roman letters, the vowels are pronounced as follows. Touch each letter to hear it pronounced. Yeah, so A, I, U, E, O. So if anyone studied Japanese at school, I'm pretty sure this is it's all coming back. Oh, let's see. Chiho Genko. Oh, Gengo. Gone. I see. I hope I said that right. My screen is really small over there. I need to make it bigger. Oh, sorry. Chiho Gengo. There you have it. These vowels are always pronounced as I've indicated. Chiho Gengo. Oh, thank you. Arigato, mana. Thank you so much. So that's a dialect, right? I think. The never notes are just friendly reminder that English speakers who... yes. I see. Regional dialects. Okay. Thank you, Mana. Mana, thank you so much. Like, my gosh, this is... Oh, I seriously would if we know Mana is busy as heck. Otherwise, you know, definitely. But seriously, Mana, thank you so much for taking your time out to help me out. Like, I really do appreciate it. They never know, so just friendly reminders, because as English speakers, we tend to allow letters that follow a vowel. Yeah. Like Honda, isn't it? Yeah, Honda. I've been saying Honda my entire life because that's just how we were brought up, because English. That's crazy. So yeah, A as in father, A as in as in machine, E, Jupiter, U, pen, E, and hope. Oh, yo, Junaid! Oh my god, what is an outcome if they're not there to support the ones they love? May God bring you success and happiness as always, my bro. Need to run, so take care. Junaid, man. Yo, bro, thank you so much for everything. I seriously can't thank you enough, man. And yo, I'm looking forward to the world getting better so we can meet up again. I can't believe we used to meet up every other day way back when, man. It's been a year since then. So thank you so much and take care, bro. Take care. I'll speak to you soon. Zen, okay, dayo. Oh, mana, thank you so much. Yo, guys, I'm actually having so much fun here. You guys are so awesome. Wow. Oh, man. In Japanese, letters don't have names like English, so we call I, isn't it? How they pronounce. It's U. Doubled vowels, yes. Oh, so, yo, Satori Reader support is here. Hi, Shabir, just saying hello. Guys, so this is the Satori Reader, the actual channel. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this stream. We really, really appreciate it. We're having so much fun doing this. We're only on the first chapter after the introduction. But yes, I'm going to drop Satori Reader's channel right now. Let me quickly drop it. Satori Reader channel. Yes, let's see if that link works. Yes, so yeah, they are amazing. Such a great team behind this amazing app, and we are so grateful for. Yes, I love reading tutorials on Satori Reader, especially the spooky ones. Oh, look at this! This is amazing. Oh yeah, we have so many people who are already fans of Satori Reader here as well. So this is great to see. This is actually so nice to see. Let me just open up the chat one more time. Yes, so guys, be sure to support them. We'll have their channel. We'll have the apps again as linked in the description as always. The channel is there too, so be sure to support them there. And if you'd like to see more of these streams, please, like you're doing already, just keep watching, keep liking and subscribing. We really do appreciate it big time. Okay, so double vowels, yes. Japanese has none of this nonsense. When two of the same vowels come in a row, they simply last twice as long. If people have questions about what you go through today, I could pop in a little later and try to help answer them. Guys, human Japanese. This is amazing. This is exactly what I mean about that human factor to it. Oh man, the team behind Human Japanese is just so good. Thank you so much for this. We really appreciate it. Just download the app as well. I love it. Oh man. Like 95% I've heard, just with less sounds. Rare case of us having an easier life. It's really important to give the doubled vowels and consonants their full value. Yes. Oku. Oku. Yes. Not uku or anything like that, like we might have said in English. That's why Romaji gets a bit confusing, isn't it? Some good examples there. Now I've told you that the vowels are always pronounced the same way. This isn't entirely true. There is one situation where a vowel may not be pronounced as I've shown in the vowel chart. That situation has to do with extending the sounds e and o. So in the table above, we doubled the e sound by simply writing another e. And on the previous page, the word for oku, we double the sound o by writing another o. But there are words that work this way, but usually these two sounds are extended, not by writing another of the same vowel as you'd expect, but by writing e and u respectively. Yes. Oh, Sarasur, that's great to hear. That is honestly so great to hear. And if your birthday is coming up, advance happy birthday. So the extended version of e is usually written, with the e. Oh, yes, with the ei, yes. And the same for o as well. Few exceptions did, but this rule holds true 95% of the time. Here we go. Koko, sensei, Tokyo. Yes.
Eikyo, keiyoshi.
Yeah, so look how Tokyo is actually, just like that, by instinct, I said Tokyo as well.
Tokyo.
That's how you actually say it. Tokyo. Oh, double vowels are fine and dandy, you say, but what about when totally different vowels sit next to each other in a word? What happens then? It's natural that you should ask such a question after all. After all, in English, mysterious things happen, as I've illustrated before. Oh, yeah, as I've illustrated before. No need to worry in Japanese. All you have to do is pronounce both vowels in the way they're always pronounced. For example, if you see the word kaeru, yeah, kaeru. The E does not exercise magical powers over the A as it would in English. Yeah, it's not keiru. And when you see the pair I, yeah. Kaori.
香り
毎日
oafu 上
Oahu. Ue. Yeah. Romaji is a pain. Yeah. It's nice to get started with it, I guess. I mean, like as a supplement, kinda. Is supplement even the right word for it? But yeah, you definitely need to learn the syllabaries for sure. Nothing tricky about Japanese vowel. The main thing is you have to pay careful attention to letter combination that resemble words in English. For example, it might be tempting to read your, like your, as in the English word you. Really, it's a 2-syllable Japanese word. Your. Aside from that, you'll be alright if you just remember the following 2 rules. Give each vowel its own distinct pronunciation. The only exceptions are that e is extended with an e and o with a u. Before we move on to consonants, let's consider the following questions. Does Japanese accent certain syllabaries like English? In English, we place stressing out, yeah. In the homonyms. Oh my gosh. That's where knowing kanji steps in. Yes. Oh, so human Japanese intermediate is where the kanji really picks up, and I believe that's where they introduce homonyms as well. When I read that word, I was like, homonyms? Yo, dude, that's take me back all the way to primary school, or is it like early high school? I can't even remember, but my gosh, my English grammar, like just knowing, the terminology, it's terrible. Yes, homonyms, like, same, yeah. And that's where the kanji would differ, right? So you would know it by reading the kanji. Yes. Oh, that makes sense. That's crazy. Go home, change a frog. Oh gosh. Does Japanese use stress modulation? Oh yeah, so in English? Extra heavy stress on one syllable in each word. For example, computer, not computer. Yeah, I get it, yeah. That's how I knew I was improving in Japanese. Then whole paragraphs of hiragana harder to read. And having kanji, oh my god, Rita. I can imagine. Oh gosh. Like now, there are some Japanese words where I recognize easier in kanji. Like daijobu is just a lot easier to recognize in kanji than in hiragana. So I do understand what you're saying. Yeah, Jesse, exactly. Does Japanese use stress modulation? Nope, not at all. Ski des as well. That's another ski. Just recognize it easier in kanji. It's one of the hardest points for foreigners to conquer. We instinctively want to stress some part of each word, but it sounds odd in Japanese. In Japanese, each syllable gets the same stress as the next. As you progress through this textbook, you'll be able to hear this. It may be challenging at first, but consciously try to give each syllable the same stress. Also, I'm so happy. Yo, that has to be a pun. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. I actually remember that part as well. Yeah, the flashback arc. Oh, grass. Yeah. Let's listen to a few of the words pronounced the correct way and the incorrect way. Correct way is a recording of a native Japanese speaker. The incorrect way is a recording of me pronouncing the word the way the foreigners often do. Teacher is often easier to recognize. Yes, teacher as well, because it uses part of the same kind. I mean, one of the kanjis for student as well, isn't it? Right? Kami and kami. Yeah, kami and kami. And kusa. Yeah. Paper as well, exactly. Hair, paper, and God. Yeah. It's crazy. Watashi. Watashi. Yeah. So, yeah, watashi. Anata, probably, right? Anata. Kuruma. Yeah. Incidentally, knows that in English, the act of stressing one syllable causes nearby vowels to change slightly. For example, say the words photo and photographer. Yeah, that's I just said it right there. Photo, photographer. Yeah, that's crazy. Never happens in Japanese. That means the one trick to make sure you're not stressing a particular syllable is to listen to yourself and make sure you're not changing any of the vowel sounds. So in the table above, when foreigners incorrectly stress the middle syllable of watashi, the first syllable is usually warped as a result. Yeah, watashi. Well, I mean watashi, yeah, watashi. Yes, sensei and seto. Yes. Oh, Mana, thank you so much. Yo, Mana, like, I'm actually really appreciating you so much right now. Anita, you too. Like, this is actually amazing. I should get back to my self-study as opposed to just relying on school. Yeah. As with anything, you got to do that, like, you know, that private practice at home, right? Yeah, for sure. If you pay close attention and make sure you give each syllable the correct vowel sound, also go a long way to making sure you aren't using unnecessary stress. Ja. I'm glad you're more than contributing. Oh my God. Thank you so much. As reading like your inputs as well here is helping me kind of retain the information too. And I'm sure that goes the same for like everyone else reading the chat too. So really do appreciate it. Ooh, so yes, these are the consonants, yes. So there's no sounds here, so yeah, we're just gonna move on. As you can see, there's nothing particularly surprising about this list. Each letter is pronounced pretty much the same as it is in English, but because English speakers were the ones to pick which Roman letters to use. Sound is a bit heavier in English. The tongue presses hard against the upper teeth and the gums. If you were to move your tongue a little down, the t sound would come up. Yeah.
Dabu dabu.
Dabu dabu. Instead of da, I get it. Instead of dabu dabu, it's like dabu dabu, right?
Dabu dabu. Karada.
Karada. Japanese don't bite the bottom lips as we do when we say the sound. Oh, F. Let your upper teeth barely touch your lower lip as you close your mouth naturally. So there's no lip biting. Sometimes foreigners hear the sound as H. Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo. Yeah, that one's a bit tricky, isn't it? Ofuro. Ofuro. Let's all be accountability partners. I really need to go ham on the Japanese studies. Rita, 100%. Yo, I'm actually loving this so much. Guys, if we could do that, hold each and every one of us accountable to actually sit down and study, that would be amazing. That would be so fun. Like, honestly, learning languages is just so fun when you have people to learn it with. Like, you have, like, conversational partners, right? Just people to discuss with. For sure. This one deserves, and guys, a huge shout out to Rita as well, because we know she's been doing a lot of like studying streams too, like, learning how to play guitar, learning singing, all sorts of stuff as well. So this is voice acting. I was there in the last stream yesterday, so it's just really awesome. I love these kind of streams so much. It's like learning with your friend. Yeah, exactly. You gotta love it. This one deserves a little discussion. Oh, the infamous R. The sound R is in English is a curious thing. Say it slowly and observe what happens in your mouth. The side of your tongue reaches the R. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. While the tip stays down to let the air flow. I'll study along with you right now. Thank you so much. This is so fun. Yeah. Oh, I mean, guys, we have a Discord. You can always join there. We have all of our friends here. We're always active as much as possible. So you can ping us anytime, chat to us anytime there. Where's the Discord? Why isn't it popping up? Pop up on the guy. Japanese R, rather, did it pop up? Oh my God, what's going on? Okay, you know what? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Nightbot. Appreciate it. Japanese R is rather the opposite of the English R. It's made by a light flicking of the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Closest thing we have is the sound that we make when a T or D occurs in the middle of a word. For example, say the word ladder. See how your tongue just brushes the top of your mouth. If you're familiar with Spanish, you might notice that the sound is similar to a Spanish R, except there isn't any trilling or rolling. It's just one light touch. Here's how to pronounce Japanese R perfectly. Start with the English word that has one of these light flicks in the middle, like regatta. I don't even know how to pronounce regatta. Regatta. Now change kara. Kara. Yeah. With this description, I just realized that actually, Zia, kuruma, ofuro. I think this one will take me a bit. Kara. I see. The most important thing is to listen. Listen to others and listen to yourself. As you work through this book, pay close attention to how Japanese speakers say things and imitate them. Ooh, double consonants now. Metta. Yeah. when the same consonant appears next to each other, the consonant lasts for 2 beats instead of 1. But how do you double consonants? How do you make a consonant last twice as long? You pause on the consonant for an extra beat. Therefore, in the word metta, you pronounce met. Take your tongue up into position for the ta. But before doing that, you freeze right there for 1 beat, and then you finally see the ta. So metta. Yeah, Claudia, that's what most people say, and I think this this app touched on that too, isn't it? Yeah, you just keep saying it wrong if you read it in Romaji. Yeah, taking those right now. Yo, cheese, I love that. And there we go, double consonants. Yes. Metta. Kekkon. Oh, kekkon shite kudasai. I know that one. Shippo.
Nippon.
Nippon.
Meta.
Oh, and yeah, this is so metta, hadi, kekkon, shippo. Oh, I got shippo there as well. I love it. I think a fun way to learn a language is by having a partner with you, for sure, definitely. Silva and Isaiah are studying Japanese. Well, they studied way back when in their unis too. So did I? Maybe I did.
Nippon.
Oh, and that's it. With what you've learned in this chapter. Yeah, like Mana said, will not make you progress at all. Yeah, you're gonna be kind of stifling yourself, isn't it? This must be the first study site I've seen that actually helps you understand making that pause. Yeah, and that explanation of the R sound as well is it's beautiful, isn't it? To recap, Japanese pronunciation is straightforward, but different from English in a couple of key ways. First, vowels can be extended, which means making them last longer in duration. In writing, vowels are extended by writing 2 of the same vowels in a row, or in the case of O and E, adding U and E respectively. That is, the extended version of O is O, and the extended version of E is E. I hope I said that right. Yes, I'm learning Japanese and Korean right now. For example, Korean is impossible to pronounce if you don't know Hangul. Yeah, exactly. Claudia, I really want to be able to rap Stray Kids. I want to be able to rap Stray Kids songs, but again, it's just so challenging just reading the Romaji translations. Like, I feel like you need to know the Hangul for that. Oh, so happy. Very nice to see. Very nice to see that. As student of God, yes. Hey, hello, how's it going? Did they touch on the who? Yes, I believe they did. It was, yeah, over here.
Fufu.
Fufu.
Ofuro.
Ofuro. Stray Kids. Oh, wait, Rita, please don't tell me you did Stray Kids in your K-pop stream already. Oh my god, yo, there are alts. There actually are alts. We need to watch. Oh my god, Rita, if you ever sing any Stray Kids, we're there. I will actually like straight up get out of bed and just cancel everything and just listen to you sing Stray Kids. Oh man. Oh, you haven't yet? Okay. Whew. Taskaru. Oh man. I absolutely love Stray Kids. Yes. Yeah, double consonants. Gakka. Don't get back to my study. Oh man. Yeah. Nice. Let's learn a thing or two about how the writing system works. Woohoo. Oh, it's still hard, but I still can't reach Changmin's parts. He's too fast. He is too fast. Yeah. His flow is insane. And God's ready one day. Oh my god. Yes. Oh man. Tang. Oh, tongue? I was gonna say ta. Tang. Yeah, you love it. I feel like saying you love Stray Kids is an understatement. Yeah, it is. It really is an understatement, I have to admit. Thank you, Adam, for joining us. I can read Hangul. Oh my god, Mana, you can read Hangul too. Oh, wow. Yo, Mana, that's crazy. Oh my god. I mean, it makes sense. You did say you've been introduced to some K-pop as well, so that is awesome. Yeah, study time. Yeah, I get distracted easily. Is the BGM very slightly echoed? Ooh, you know what? It might actually be echoed. No, that won't help. Huh. If the BGM is distracting, I can just turn it off. Or I turn it even further down. Because I have a monitor only. How about that? Okay, how about now? Maybe now. I learned Hangul reading K-pop lyrics. You love to see it. Oh man. Let me turn the BGM down ever so slightly. Ooh, okay. Can you still hear it now? As a person that's been living in Japan studying Japanese for 4 years, this is yo, I love it. I love it. Everyone's supporting everyone. This is so fun. The Japanese writing system is surely the largest stumbling block for students thinking about tackling the language. After all, languages like Spanish or German, they use the Roman alphabet, isn't it? Yeah, Yuki. I was thinking the same thing. Like, I really want to learn Korean as well, but I want to dedicate my time to Japanese. Oh, mana. Oh, omoshiroi. Interesting. Seem much more accessible. Maybe they'll tell that one right there, but in the end, it's all the alphabet that we know and love in English. It's my job to show you that different is not necessarily hard. Actually, I believe that the Japanese writing system, in some respect, is one of the best designed systems in the world. In other respects, it's very challenging indeed. I see you talking about kanji. To understand this paradox, we need to learn a bit of history. Yes, guys, are you ready for a bit of history? There was a time in human history when we did not write. So necessarily, some cultures invented writing systems earlier than others. The leader in Asia was China, with a culture that goes back at least 5,000 years. The Chinese began writing what am I talking about? A history time. The Chinese began writing basic pictograms perhaps 4,000 years ago. These pictograms gradually evolved into a stylized set of characters that eventually could express any possible sentence, which is the basic requirement of a full-fledged writing system. As a brief aside, it's interesting to think about why pictograms by themselves cannot form a real writing system. Remember rebuses? These picture games use symbols to spell out sentences by using puns and word association. I used to love them as a kid. They work something like this. I love you. Yeah, I get it. Kanji the reader is quite funny, isn't it? Yeah. The reader, using a bit of imagination, can translate this into a sentence, I love you. But this technique has a serious drawback. It is hardly fit for representing more complex sentences. How would you write, for example, I love it when you do your hair like that. Hey, yo, that's an Ed Sheeran reference, kinda. Almost. Yeah, it is. Tenerife Sea. Very similar. Because there are no clearly defined rules about how pictures go together or even work. Even if you figured out some clever way of representing the sentence, the odds are very small that anyone else would be able to decipher what you meant. Yeah, Austin, I can definitely see where you're coming from as well. English, there's just so many like rules that we learn as children, I would say, that we don't really, pay attention to when we actually speak it. Yeah. So I can imagine how difficult it would be for someone, starting English as a second language. It turns out that to have a useful writing system, you can't just draw pictures and hope that the reader can guess your intent. You have to have a unified system with rules that everyone agrees on. The Chinese accomplished this by creating characters that were not merely pictures of things you can see and touch, but also of abstract concepts, plus the rules for using them all in actual sentences. By any account, the set is bulky and hard to learn, consisting of tens and thousands of characters, but it was successful in that it was a true writing system, capable of recording everything from business transactions to love songs to official matters. Yo, crazy. Kanji. The Chinese brought the characters to Korea, Vietnam, and Japan. Oh, there you go. So, that makes sense. Japan received Chinese characters around the year 400 AD, and soon after, officials in Japan began writing Japanese using Chinese characters. The Japanese name for these characters is kanji. There was just one problem. Japanese and Chinese are completely different languages. To understand what happened, understand what happened, let's imagine how it might look if, instead of kanji being imported into Japanese, they were imported into English. Oh, it's all good, so happy. Thank you so much for joining. Get some rest, and hope this was fun. Hope this was fun for you. I'm definitely looking forward to doing more of these. Ki and Hashi is with Mori. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh my god, Mana. I actually love this so much. Like, you have one and then you have multiple, right? That's so awesome. Hayashi, Woods, Mori, Forest. Yeah, Ki, Woods, Mori. Yeah. That is awesome. Yes, my native language has really similar pronunciation. Yo, with some English words. So as we start our tale, a parallel universe in which English has no writing system. As we start our tale, we English speakers are living out our lives, going about our business, muddling along with no written language. Perhaps we have crude calendars and some basic symbols, but certainly no means of writing something like newspapers or grocery lists. Now, the Chinese show up at our doorstep and tell us about their fantastically weird squiggly marks. They tell us these strange things can record thought. The idea is utterly fascinating, so we decide to see if they might work with our language. At first, everything seems fairly straightforward. There's a Chinese character for each kind of thing in the world. So to write down any sentence, you just find the character for each word and write it down in order. So The sentence "I like ramen" is easy. Just find the characters for each word and write them down. Now anyone can read it back in English, and you get the exact sentence you originally meant. So I like. Oh, I recognize that ramen. Make no mistake. At this point, you're not writing Chinese. You're writing down English sentences using Chinese characters. I get it. That's what a way to explain it. I love this little addendum here. Speakers of Chinese will note that I'm taking some liberties with these examples. But soon challenges appear. Take the sentence, "He bought the cat." The first and we love ramen. Yes, we do love ramen. The first and last characters are easy, but what about the word "the"? The Chinese language doesn't have an exact match for this word, so obviously there is no character for it. What to do? Someone comes up with the idea of recycling an old character that isn't used much in Chinese for the word "the." So far, so good. There we go. So there's that one. What about the word "bought"? In English, the word changes form to indicate tense, but in Chinese, the past tense verbs are usually formed by using present tense verb "by" in this case plus another character, which makes it past tense. Now we have two Chinese characters to get the one English word "bought." Interesting. As I hope you can see from our little thought experiment, trying to write English using characters that were designed for Chinese would soon become fairly complex, above and beyond simple fact that we are required to memorize a large number of characters, and that same problem occurred when those early pioneers tried to grab Chinese characters onto the very, very different language that is Japanese. Yeah, I can imagine. I can see how that would be difficult. In fact, in my opinion, it would be much easier to write English using Chinese characters than Japanese. The fictional example above are a cakewalk compared to what ancient Japanese written in pure Chinese characters looked like. 日本語は難しいですかですが、頑張ってください。ありがとうございます。頑張ります。来てくれてありがとう。what can I say? 応援してくれてありがとうございます。the doubling of the vowels, isn't it? So back to our story. Our early Japanese friends began writing their language using Chinese characters, but the Chinese writing system was complicated to begin with, and now we were trying to use it to write an altogether different language. It was even worse. So it took a lot of training and practice to master the system, which meant that only the rich and powerful could afford the time and effort to learn it. Everyone else had to spend their days just attending to basic food and shelter needs. But here's where it gets interesting. Japanese culture at the time believed that women were not capable of learning such a complex language, so even the women who happened to be born into wealthy families generally were not educated deeply using Chinese characters. But these women wanted to write, so they began to do something quite extraordinary. For each syllable they wished to express, they chose a Chinese character that would be pronounced that way and used the character to represent only that sound, discarding the actual meaning of the character. Oh, guys, I hope you're enjoying this history lesson. This is crazy. For example, the Japanese word for sky is sora. There is a Chinese character that all by itself means sky. It is this. In the old system, a Japanese writer who wanted to represent the word sora would write the single character. But instead of doing that, our heroines started using this new system would choose one character that could be pronounced so and another that could be pronounced ra. They put them together and said, totally disregard what happens when what the characters happen to mean in Chinese, just pronounce them out loud to make it a Japanese word. Early edition of the app suggests that women were the ones who created the system, we call them Manyogana. Having happened so long ago, it's not totally clear who first came up with the idea. It is certain, however, that women described above were early users and popularizers of it. That is awesome. I see. Yeah, one character meant the sky because the Chinese said so. When a Japanese reader saw that character, they would read it as sora, which is how to say sky in Japanese. The bottom two lines, we see two characters that were selected to represent the sound so and ra. The original meanings of once upon a time and good were completely ignored. Only the sounds were important. Putting the two characters together, the reader could pronounce sora. Eventually, one character was chosen to represent each of the one-syllable sounds of Japanese. Since Japanese is based on a very small number of basic sounds, this meant that it was possible to write Japanese phonetically using a few dozen characters. Instead of 10,000, quite an improvement. Grabbing food for now. I was able to review a few grammar patterns. Good luck with the rest of your studies today. Bye. Yo, Rita, thank you so much. Enjoy your food. Thank you so much for dropping by. And I can't wait to drop by some of your streams as well. Thank you so much for your support. Honestly, we really appreciate it big time. Oh, sun and sun. To help make clear what happened, yes, hieroglyphics? Thank you for coming. Yes, thank you for coming. But yes, scholars struggled to find out how they worked. They appeared to be pictograms, but there was something peculiar about the system. There were many characters, but a few of them showed up way more often than they ought to. Were the Egyptians really writing about birds and snakes that much? The major breakthrough occurred when scholars realized that the pictures were really just representations of sound. A picture of a bird probably started out meaning a literal bird, but over time came to represent just a particular sound, the B sound, for example. Pictograms evolved into symbols for pronunciations. It was exactly the same thing when Japanese began using Chinese characters to represent sound only. The original meaning of the characters no longer had any bearing on the sentence. A Chinese person looking at a stream of characters used this way to express Japanese would have been completely baffled, just as Egyptologists were when they tried to make literal sense out of hieroglyphics. Later, these characters were further simplified so that they could be written in a few basic strokes. They now had completely lost any remaining connection to the original Chinese meaning, and as a result, was a uniquely Japanese set of around 50 or so characters. Today it's 46 that we can all truly call an alphabet, since they represent sounds and not meanings. This was a breakthrough for writing in Japan. Ah, yes. Oh, I see. Kara. Oh, if anyone's watching Boruto right now, it's quite an important word, kanji. Kara. With the vessel and all that. That's quite interesting, actually. This revolutionary alphabet is more accurately called a syllabary because each character represents a whole syllable, not just part of a syllable. In English, for example, most letters like K cannot be voiced by themselves. Yeah. Because I just said K, isn't it? I've gone into all the detail for two reasons. First, I think it's fascinating, and I hope you do too. Yes, definitely. The second, more importantly, it will help you to understand the current state of the Japanese writing system. The Japanese syllabary I described above is wonderfully simple and elegant. Its name is hiragana. It is as close to a perfect writing system as I can imagine. We'll be learning hiragana over the next few lessons, but by the time you finish learning it, you'll be able to write any Japanese word in Japanese. Karate. I get it. Empty hand. Yeah. Karate. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I actually did karate way back when we were kids, but we didn't advance anywhere near enough for me to actually say that. Hiragana also has a cousin syllabary called katakana. No weapons. Yeah, no weapons. You know, guys, I wonder what you guys find more difficult, hiragana or katakana. For me, I've heard katakana is quite easier, but I find katakana more difficult personally. I call it cousin because there's exactly one. I should write them together. I did a bit of karate when I was a kid, and then more recently I did taekwondo. But I haven't done martial arts in a very, very, very long time. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, Mana. Yo, that's insane. Wow. Mana, we know Mana's like a fitness, awesome, like proper going in on the fitness. So see, this is what I mean by saying Mana's an inspiration to us in more ways than one. It's a bit like the difference between block letters and cursive. Yeah, I hear you, Claudia. It's same for me as well. We just write 4 words, visa. Yeah. I was gonna say Muay Thai as well. I wanted to get into Muay Thai way back when. My friend, one of my close friends was really, really into Muay Thai, going to competitions and stuff. At that time, that was the same time I was into Taekwondo, and I really wanted to give Muay Thai a chance as well, but I just didn't get the chance. So it's so nice to see other people like doing this. So Mana, I would love to hear some stories about that, about your Muay Thai experience. Oh, your starter story. That is amazing. Dude, that is so awesome. And I see a lot of people saying here, oh, Ruda, thank you so much for joining. And Jagoda, hiragana is easier. For me too, personally. Maybe it's because it's the first one that you study. Yeah. Most people, Chinese characters do all of it. Keep in mind that kanji was associated with wealth and power and education. So essentially, most of the people who had those things continue to write extensively in kanji. Okay. After World War II, laws were passed that limited the kanji that could be used in newspapers to a fixed set of about 1,850 characters. Everything else was to be represented in hiragana and katakana. That set of characters has changed a little over the years, and today consists of about 2,000 characters called the Joyo kanji. daily use kanji. So although it's much easier to be literate in Japan now than in the past, you still do have to know kanji. Oh boy, that we saw that coming. We won't spend a lot of time learning kanji at this early stage because in order to really make sense of them, it helps to understand the basics of Japanese already. Keep in mind that Japanese children don't start learning kanji until they already speak Japanese fluently. But we will talk about them from time to time so that you'll understand how they fit into Japanese. Then later you'll be able to make a more detailed study of them if you decide to do so. Well, now that we understand in broad terms how the Japanese writing system works, let's have a look at our first set of hiragana characters. But first, take a brief pause to quiz yourself and make sure you understand what we've learned so far. By successfully passing this quiz, you'll unlock the next chapter, but we can run freely. All right, let's do a quick one. 46, wasn't it? When did kanji? It was 480?
完璧
Yeah, okay. This is the one that we previously did already, so. Chinese characters used in Japanese
完
kanji.
璧
Yeah, yo, I love it. We've got fitness people in here. I love it. Kanji.
やった
And like right now, because with all the lockdown and stuff going on, I only have time to weightlift at home. But man, it would be fun to get back into martial arts. It'd be really nice.
完
Katana.
璧
Kanji are no longer used in Japan. False.
完璧
Yeah, wase ego. Pseudo English words coined by Japanese. Yeah, it is difficult. Good on you for actively learning Japanese. I still struggle with self-learning. Oh, Kabe Dondere, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate you dropping by. Dude, if you want to get started, here is like the best app for you to use, man. I absolutely love this app. Link will be in the description and it's also pinned. Fitness freaks here. Yeah, haha, gotta love it. I mistake that I learned hiragana first. You should, yeah, Claudia, I was thinking the same thing, especially when you're writing it as well. It would be nice to learn it at the same time. Oh, rock climbing. Oh, yo, I love it, dude. I can imagine that's like difficult now with everything that's going on. I mean, I know England's situation's a bit different, but hiragana sounds only. Yes,
Yatta.
true. Hiragana would derive from kanji. This is true.
完璧
Main purpose of katakana. Foreign words. Yeah, Mana, on cue with that katakana explanation. Japanese, ordinary Japanese words.
完
Hiragana.
璧
Hiragana. Nice. All right, and guys, I just realized we've been studying for over an hour now. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Thank you so much. This is so fun. Like, the time is honestly just flying by. And for those of you who should be sleeping but are here, I appreciate you so much. Like, imagine giving up sleep to study. You guys are the real MVPs, man. All right, here we go. Hiragana. Let's face it, Westerners view the Japanese writing system with a mixture of fear and awe. I commonly hear people saying in admiration, how can you remember all those characters? If you just add one line, the whole meaning of the word changes. Well, let me show you something in English. Yeah, here you go. That's kind of mad. Very similar words. Very similar words. Like charm point. Yeah. And I know, like, delicacy is used to mean tact quite often, isn't it? Yeah, charm point. Oh, 9 a.m. Yo, dude, that's that in itself. We woke up at 9 a.m. for this. Yo, to study Japanese. I love it. Love to see it. Yeah, so it's saying it's similar, like the similarities are quite similar to English, like where you can just move one curved line, that's it. Actually, we'll be seeing very shortly, the two Japanese syllables are extremely straightforward and easy to use. Syllables are named so because each character represents an entire syllable rather than a part of a syllable. So whereas the letter K in English must be paired with something else, the letter A, to make a pronounceable syllable, just one character in Japanese can be pronounced ka. Unlike in English, and tension, yes. Unlike in Japanese, where placement of letter and neighboring letters can affect the pronunciation, the characters we'll be learning are virtually always pronounced in exactly the same way. In fact, you already know how to spell in Japanese. Now it's just a matter of putting characters with the sounds. And service, tension, tension, I get there, right? I get there, something like that. We're getting hyped up. 46 characters may sound like a lot because each single character can be pronounced only one way, it's actually much simpler than English. In this chapter, we'll tackle the first 25 and then we'll look at the remaining 21 and some special rules for working with them in the following chapter. So on another note, before we get to the character, stroke order. Yes, here we go, stroke order. Writing time, or the way in which you draw the characters is very important. In fact, some characters won't look right if written in the wrong stroke order for reasons we'll see shortly. So I've included animations for each character. Just touch each character to see it written in the correct stroke order. Well then, let's have at that first set. I would have much rather been studying Japanese, but I had a class of 7. Early class of 7. Oh, dude, that is... Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, I remember, that reminds me back to my... takes me back to my uni days, for sure. And... Oh my god, it's already 6 p.m. I just realized that, Claudia. Yeah, exactly. It's already 5 here. It's crazy. Already in the evening. Tension agaru. Yeah, tension agaru. Yeah. Agaru. Yeah. Oh, and hello. How's it going? Let's have at that first set. Okay. Oh, guys. So this is where the fun begins. Yo, if any of you guys are prequel members, this is where the fun begins. All right. You're still. Oh, technically, I'm on a gap year. So yeah, I should be saying when I get back to uni. Oh God. Yeah, I really should have gotten a pen and paper to write these down. Erai. Oh, mana! Oh, tere. Honestly, you're making me blush. Thank you so much. And oh, I love it. I actually love this so much. Konbanwa. Kite kurete arigato. Thank you so much. Arigato gozaimasu. Here they are. They aren't so scary, are they? Tap each character to see its proper stroke order. In English, they take up different amounts of space. For example, W would take up more space than I, but in Japanese, every character takes up the exact same space, 1 square. As you practice these characters, try to make them fill up their imaginary squares. And the little jump at the end of it, as you progress, you see many of these. We call them hane. And the reason for them is that Japanese was originally written with the brush and ink. Yes. As a trail of ink. And notice that it usually points to the next stroke. Yes. Of course, these days with ballpoint pens and word processor, trailing ink is not a problem. But yeah, I guess it's there just to make the characters look like proper. Yeah, to make them look good. I love you. Okashiraku-san. Watashi mo. Hello, Elder. Thank you so much. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, and we get some notes on these too. And then, yeah. With make sure you angle the stroke back. Yeah. To make it look good, make sure you get the wave. And I like that crescent. That nice O there. Nice circle. Love it. We got Piotr here too. Oh, thank you so much for coming. And here you go. See, I love these quizzes and yes. Okay, let's there's a bit of kanji in there I see, so I probably shouldn't spend time reading that. But wow. Soon. We will get there together, guys. We'll get there together. That's what these streams are for. I wa oe I assume that was there's a bit of a joke there somewhere. Oh gosh. 漢字は難しい。上。でも頑張りましょう。一緒に頑張りましょう。Is the sugar puns? あえ。おえ。いよ。うわ。い。えや。おい。えお。OK。行きましょうか。く。け。こ。 Move along. Here's the next set of characters called the K series because each character begins with the K sound. Again, notice the honey on several of the characters. Ah, yeah, and then some of them will look different. Slightly different. I mean, they're just connected, isn't it? Tough to write these characters with a ballpoint pen. Use a real wood number 2 pencil and practice them largely. Don't try to fit them on rule paper just yet. Just take your time and write them over and over while saying the pronunciation out loud. This will really sink them into your brain. Yeah, 7 a.m. is early, dude. What are you jumping on Destiny 2? Rappy, what happened, man? What? I thought you didn't like Destiny 2, man. We should play. Let's play, man. When you write ka. Let's study Japanese together, bro. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. Ooh. Ah, you move it around. Ooh. I didn't even know that. Ah, here we go. Adding the 10-10. K series is different from the R series with just 5 characters. In that, with just 5 characters, it's actually possible to make 10 sounds. How can this be? This happens by adding the marks called 10-10, which means something like mark. Yeah, it happens by that. Yeah, 10-10 is technically called dakuten or softening marks. This is exactly what they do when we add them to any character from the K series. It becomes ga. Yeah, that's ka with 10-10 becomes ga. Ki becomes gi and so on. Take a look at this visually. So applying 10-10 here, we got ga, gi, gu, ge, and go. Makes sense. Ka versus ga.
Koka.
Yeah, dude, it's so good, man. So like when I'm in bed, I use the Android version. When I'm like downstairs at home, I'm fully on the desktop version, man. Love it. Links to download in the description. Gotta love this app, man.
Ge.
Egaku.
Egaku.
Kiku. Okiku. Goki. Akai. Kigi. Kigo. Keiko. Gikai. Goku. Eiga. Gaka. Guai. Is that like, I know that word. Is it your health, kinda? Maybe? Possibly? I might be mistaken. Like, I think I've heard Goai Wado. Is that correct? Shi. So the plus sign. Oh, means condition. Yes. Arigato, mana. Thank you so much. Condition. Guai wa dou desu ka? Guai wa dou desu ka? There are so many like little phrases that I really need to learn to just guai wa warui, not feeling well. I see. Guai ga warui. Austin, good luck with your day, bro. Thank you so much for coming. Kita kurete hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu. Ganbatte ne. And hello, buddy. How's it going? Yeah. Guai ga warui. Sa, shi, su, se, and so. So is one of those other ones, and sa as well. Sa looks very similar to ki, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, and then she, of course, you pronounce she and not si. First stroke is connected to yeah, like in the trailing ink and all of that. So we got sa, shi, su, se, and so. And 10-10. Za, ji, zu, ze, zo. That's with ka, with 10-10 become ga. And think about the relationship besides the vowel being the same. Yeah, you just soften it, isn't it? The tongue. Less airflow. That's what 10-10 do. That's why I call them softening marks. Knowing this, you should be almost able to guess what 10-10 does on the S series. A hard sa turns into a softer za. Hard se turns into a softer ze, and so on. What about she? Become G. Yes, G. Oh, and yo, welcome. Oh, okaeri. Glad to have you back. Yo, that's great. Otsukare-sama. We got sakai. Jikae. Uso. Oh my god, I say where? Uso. Just got back to work. Now going to work on Japanese. Yeah, exactly. Uso da. Sosa. そうさ。さじ。
さじ、
栄。
栄、
栄。おかしい。
お菓子、
これはおかしい。酒。
酒、
おずせ。
おずせ、
世界。
世界、
おぜき。
うぜき、
うぜき。My gosh, oh my god. うぜき。
うぜき、
風。
風、
かずこ。
かずこ、
Oh, buddy, yo, dude, that is awesome. That is so awesome. I just realized the super chat stuff's not working on. Why does it do that? I don't even know. We just got a bunch of super chats today as well. No, Naze, why doesn't it work? Stream labels. Why? Total super chat session. Oh, let me just. Oh my gosh, well that's the wrong one. Super chat. 30 day. Okay, that stuff works. Why doesn't the session one work? Yeah. Okay. Let me just quickly change that real quick. Session. Maybe weekly. Weekly doesn't work either. Naze. Okay, you know what? I'll just change it to Oh my god, no, wrong one. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Session. Yeah, I'll just keep it there. Okay.
あざ、
So sakai.
境、
Oh yes.
境、
Sakai.
自
Jikai.
家、
Uso.
嘘、
Sosa. We don't know. Dame. I'm here.
数子、
Kazuko.
増
Zoka.
加、
Aza.
あざ、
Dame yo. Oh my gosh. Tachibana. Soon. Where's Tachibana-san? Next T series. In the last series, there was one exception of sorts. She seemed like it didn't quite belong there because it started with instead of s. In this series, there are two oddballs. We'll find there are two oddballs, chi and tsu. Keeping the other characters, we would intuitively expect to see ti and tu in these places, but it turns out that Japanese does not have sounds that correspond to it. Instead, we have chi and tsu. In modern times, thousands of words have been borrowed from other languages, such as English, which do make use of the sounds ti and tu. So in the past 20 or 30 years, the Japanese have invented ways of expressing these sounds. However, no native Japanese words contain them. You got ta, chi, tsu, te, to. 10, and we get da. So yes, we get G, da, G, zu, de, and do. But we normally construct G using she plus 10. So that's the standard way of that one. Imagine the sound. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not su. You can't, because obviously that's su. Su. Yeah, tsu, right? Tsu. Tadaima. Playing cards for memory characters. Yeah. Sounds a bit like Anki, I think, isn't it? Yeah, just memory match. There are actually memory matching games here as well. It's really fun. And doing make the O shape of your mouth. Tsu. Wow. Yo, guys, I hope you guys are appreciating this. We're getting direct help. This is amazing. This is awesome. From native speaker. This is so great. To view briefly, so far we learned 4 series. K, and 2. Tense can be applied to the latter 3, which means at this point we can create 35 different sounds. So we'll see how you're doing by reading through the list below. Tatsu. Suzuki. Itsuka. Chikai. Dekai. Oh, so I meant not making the O sharp. Oh no, I meant not making the O. Oh, I get it. Su. I got it. Thank you, Mana. Mana sensei da. Yes, Mana sensei wa saiko. Saikyo no sensei. Chikai. Dekai. Odeko. Sakura no odeko. Kawaii. Tetsu. And then drop the hard U. Oh, Sherina. but don't linger on the u. Drop the hard u. Yeah. Ts, ts, ts. Okay, that one's gonna take me a bit of practice. 抱く。あと。得意。Ah. Wow, sensei. I love it. ありがとう。得意。叩き。いちご。角。です。お、です。歌います。Oh, Mana, that's so awesome. Oh, yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, maybe we should one day like have like a kind of study Japanese with Mana stream sometime. That'd be so fun. Na, ni, nu, ne. No. Oh. Almost done. So let's see. Japanese learning collab when, yeah. You love to see it, right? So we're still over here. Okay, cool. And then, so we got a break chapter and then we got Hiragana part 2. So we got Nani? Nani? Right here. And no. Oh, look, see, you can download PDFs here too. Awesome stuff. Na, ni, nu, ne, no. Onaka. 苦い。布。何か。死ぬ。七し。農家。熱。熱がありますか？何Kakashi's voice. I love it. 錦。絹。後に。Oh, and yes, we will be reacting to Suite's song right after this, actually. After the stream finishes, we'll be doing that. And we've also done Korone's song too, which will be going up today after this stream. Nugu. Neko ga suki. Nagai. Nudo. And thank you so much for the kind words, by the way. Oh, and here we go. That is the summary. So, all right, chapter review. So, yes, they're true because it's she. Here we go. Tadachi ni.
完璧。
Oh, yes, Claudia, we are so excited. We need to be really, really careful about spoilers on Twitter because I'm on Twitter a lot these days, so I need to be very careful. Oh, thank you so much, Birdie. We have so much like people supporting us as well. It's been crazy. Like, of course, we got this app. This app is amazing. I love it. And we have Mana in the chat. We had Rita in the chat. There's so many of you guys helping out too. I love it so much. I just love studying together. Kase.
完璧。
Kase. Ji.
やった。
Ji. Tend on the K becomes ga.
完璧。
Sweeney.
完璧。
Sweeney. I know this word. Sweeney means like soon-ish? Soon? Now? Something like that? I think. Katakana.
完璧。
Important. They are important.
やった。
The honey. Spoilment. Oh, Yeah, I can imagine. 46,
完
isn't it?
璧。
There are no native Japanese words that contain two. Yes, because it's su.
やった。
You can basically read hiragana, katakana, and some kanji. You already have a pretty good. Oh, Mana! Thank you so much. Honestly, coming from you, that means so much to me. And it really is motivational. Like, I promise to keep studying hard and do my best because I would really like to speak more with native speakers, like, comfortably as well. Like, I get so upset when I'm like, I don't know how to formulate my thoughts into Japanese, into certain sentences. So that is my goal for 2021. Like, I would really like to speak more fluently for sure. But thank you so much, Mana. I really, really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. And oh my god, can I just say, I really appreciate you sticking by with us when you were literally about to go sleep as well. Yes, yeah. Cool, man. Claudia, I've been trying to avoid spoilers, but even then I've heard about that, yeah. The hiragana quiz. So this is the matching one, so I'm actually so bad. My memory is so doo-doo with this. Oh, did we see a no anywhere? Yeah, we did.
完璧
Did I see ku anywhere? I thought I did. Yep.
やった
At the other one, you have to start thinking in Japanese. Yeah. That's so true.
やった
I can. Oh. Okay, let me just. I'm gonna try and try hard this one.
完璧
Oh, I saw a knee somewhere, didn't I? Yes.
やった
Te? I saw te too. Yes.
完璧
Wow. I saw e as well
や
somewhere.
った
Oh my god. Okay, that was a fluke. Cheetah. Oh, Where's ta?
やった
Ko. Where's ko? I remember ko somewhere. Ne. E. Okay, now I'm choking. Se.
やった
Sa. I. Ne was somewhere here, right? Yeah.
やっ
Ne.
た
Sa was here.
完璧
Ko. Chi.
完璧
I.
やった
Oops.
完璧
完
璧
and ko.
完璧
Woo! Hopefully, I try hard enough there. Yosh! Ikuzo! Japanese lessons are very nice to have with you guys are collabing more and more with VTubers. Yes, exactly. Like, we appreciate them speaking English so much, but we want to do the same. Like, we want to give back as well, and put in the same effort that they're putting in, and by speaking Japanese, right? Ooh, I had to try hard that one, man. Okay, and again, this is the the cultural notes, like the break in the sections that we get, and then after this is back onto the hiragana. So I think what we can do, we're about approaching the 2-hour mark in like half an hour. I think what we can do is finish off maybe at hiragana part 2. I think that would be a good one. So we've understood like the basics of hiragana. Oh wow, Birdie, dude, that is awesome. That is so awesome, man. Like, I really admire anyone who knows even more than one language. I really, really do admire them, because it just opens up a whole new world to you, right? As a brief housekeeping notes, let's take a brief pause while the first 25 hiragana characters sink in. When learning a language and culture, it's useful to have a general understanding of the way the country is laid out. In this chapter, we'll take a brief look at Japan and learn some of the major features and cities. Oh, so you can actually download the free trial for this, and there's a fair bit you can do with it. But yeah, 100% recommend this big time. And I believe so. If you check the second link in the description, there's like extra credit stuff there as well. There's a lot of sentences you can just read. And as a brief housekeeping note, most of the place names we'll be seeing here are spelled differently in English than they are in Japanese. For example, the city we know as Tokyo is actually Tokyo in Japanese. This chapter will use the Japanese names in the main text and put the English names when they differ in parentheses. Like Hawaii. In Japan, like Hawaii, Japan was formed as a result of volcanic activity. Japan doesn't have mountains; it is mountains. Yeah. Learning all languages. Yofi, yeah, I gotta love Yofi and her studies. It's awesome. But actually, any point in Japan, you can see mountains in just about any direction. You have an unobstructed view of the skyline. This is one thing I love about the way the country looks. Seeing those hazy, low-lying mountains in the distance always reminds you you're in Japan. This makes you want to watch those relaxing animes, those iyashikes. I think they're called iyashikes, like Sakura Quest and stuff. Flying Witch is a great one. Low-lying mountains, countryside near Mount Tsukuba. About 2 hours outside of Tokyo. My gosh. Doesn't this give you chills? It literally is. It's giving me chills, man. Obviously, mountains are much more difficult to settle than plains. So the large population centers are all in valleys or valleys between mountains. The result is that even though the area of Japan is roughly the same as the state of California, something like 80% of the population lives on something like 20% of the land. That's crazy. That's wow. The population of Japan is 130 mil, around 130 mil. It makes you want to travel, doesn't it? Yeah. To put it in perspective, imagine taking half of the US population, crowding them all into California, and then further scrunching most of them into about 20% of that state. Oh my god. Gives you an idea of the space issues that the Japanese face. It also helps one understand the cultural importance of cooperation and harmony. For example, one very strong concept in Japan is avoiding mewaku, being a nuisance to others. You can think of it as the reverse of the golden rule. Instead of doing unto others as you would have them do to you, the Japanese rule is to not do to others what you would not want done to you. Like speaking loud in public transport, I guess, isn't it? So Japanese tend to be very conscious to avoid things like playing music too loud in apartments, letting one's children run wild in the supermarket. It's easy to see how living with a view to avoiding mewaku is important in cramped quarters. Yeah, it would be amazing. It really would. Maybe we should do a Japanese vlog there sometime with the gang. One day when we go. It's a conference on Bali. Japan is made up of hundreds of islands, but most of the population lives on the 4 main ones. Honshu, meaning main state, is the largest and central of the 4, with about 100 million people. It's where also the majority of Japan lives. Honshu is the location of the major cities Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. Hiroshima and Nagoya. Hokkaido. To the north lies, so this is that, Honshu. And then Honshu. And then Hokkaido. Ice festivals, so many ice. Yeah, Sapporo. The name of the island literally means North Sea route with wide open pastures and alpine. And did I say alpines? Plains, my god. Hokkaido is an exception to the normal rule of mountains and valleys in Japan. Hokkaido has fully 1/4 of the arable land in Japan, so it leads the nation in the production of milk, beef, and many other agricultural products. With its beautiful open landscape and cool weather, Hokkaido is a popular vacation spot for people looking to escape from the hot and humid summers of further south. Kuki Yomanai. Oh, yes, Kuki Yomanai. Yes, I know this. Oh, Satoru is back. Thank you so much for joining again. He's just stopping in again to see if there are any questions I can answer. I can answer them in the comment section later too if that works. But yes, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them. Not only do we have Mana in the chat, but we also have the Satoru Reader support here too. So Satoru Reader is the one that I was talking about, like, the more advanced version. After you're done with intermediate, you can jump onto that. So the same company and all of that. And oh, Melo, thank you so much. Thank you, Mana Sensei, for all of your support and for being so lovely. I hope you have a restful sleep later. Yes, we definitely agree. We love you, Mana. We love you so much. Oh, man. This is great. I love this. I actually love studying with you guys so much. Kyushu is also home to Mount Aso. Aso, Japan's most... yes, Kyushu and Shikoku. Kyushu means 9 states. Q. And in ancient times had 9 prefectures. Today only contains 7. Kyushu is also home to Mount Aso, Japan's most active volcano, which you can ascend to look into sulfuric otherworldly caldera. Oh my god. A fun day trip if you find yourself in the area. One of the... Yeah! Kochira koso arigato. Oh, Mana! One of the largest cities in Kyushu is Fukuoka. I had a friend in Fukuoka, actually, at the northern end of the island. Fukuoka is a large city of 1.4 million with an international airport and amazingly good pork ramen. Seriously. Shikoku means 4 countries, which again refers to the fact that it contains 4 prefectures. It is the smallest and least populous of the 4 main islands with around 4.5 million inhabitants. Oh. Another important chain is the islands is Okinawa. Located... Oh, yo, Star Show, it's all good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. We really appreciate it. And yes, again, thank you so much to Mana for the Japanese help as well. Enjoy your food. So we have about 20 minutes before we hit an hour. So let's see how much we can get done. I mean, 2 hours, sorry. Okinawa is not part of Japan, but a separate independent nation called the Ryukyu Kingdom. In 1879, the island was forcibly made a part of Japan, so many native residents consider themselves Okinawans first, Japanese second. The climate can differ dramatically throughout Japan. Okinawa has a tropical Hawaii-like climate, but the rest of Japan gets the 4 distinct seasons. Itterashai! Oh, yo, I love it. This reading practice as well. Summers in Japan are hot and can be brutally humid. The humidity lingers through fall. Yeah, Silva actually went to Japan and he was vlogging there as well. And yo, he was dying in the heat. By the time the winter rolls around, Japan shows another side. Even on the southern main island of Kyushu, winters can be quite cold, and snow is not unheard of. On the eastern side of Japan, the sky is almost always clear, making winters crisp and beautiful. This makes Tokyo a good place for sightseeing, even in the winter, as long as you bundle up tight. Japan is a beautiful country that offers 4 distinct seasons, ubiquitous mountains, valleys, and a variety of climates. From the cold of Hokkaido to the tropical weather of Okinawa. Oh yeah, but no matter where you visit, you're sure to enjoy the uniquely Japanese geography. It's humid, yeah, oh my god. I was feeling hot watching his vlogs, like, my gosh. Yeah, like, heat is one thing, but humidity, oh my lord. Hiragana part 2, ikuzo. Okay. The remaining 21 characters, special ways to combine them. After the lesson, you'll be able to write any Japanese word using hiragana. Isn't that exciting? Okay, oh, so this one is 25 lesson. So I guess we'll finish this and then we'll wrap it up. Especially in the metro. Oh my god, Mana. Yo, Concrete Jungle. Oh my god, I so vibe with you. Some of the lines in London don't have air conditioning, so my lord, it gets hot and stuffy. By the time you get out of the train, it's like you've literally run miles. Like, oh my god. It's crazy. Yeah. It's funny to see Japan is very much the same thing. I mean, I remember from like Persona and stuff, like, oh gosh. And from any animes, you can see the trains are just always packed. Ha, he, hu, he, ho, he. Yes. That's why it's in home in this series. Also be aware that, yeah, it's connected in print. I mean, similarity between ha and ho. Ha and ho. Quite, yeah. Okay. I go visit Indonesia sometimes. It's so hot down there. Yo, Indonesia would be another place I really want to visit as well, for sure. I'm a bounce out. It's been fun hanging out and secretly selling tomatoes in the chat. I need to be up and early. Yo, Kabidon Derry, thank you so much for dropping by. Good luck with your work as always. Love you. Thank you so much. Here we go. 10 and beyond. Yes, we got ba. Now we have something else as well, isn't it? We have maru, circle, maru. We get the P sounds as well. Oh, we still have it in the subways, but oh, I can still imagine though. Like when you have all those people cramped in one space, my gosh, I can be mad. I can be mad. I do want to experience it one time though, but I hate riding the subways. Yeah. Public transport it's convenient, right? It's convenient, but it can get draining. Yeah. I know it used to be cool because all the clay, it turns out, KT, interesting. Okay, I mean, like, I've literally gotten out of the trains, like, I mean, you know, the tube, soaking wet because of the sweat. Packed like sardines, yeah, exactly. And you have to go, yeah. Yeah. Banana. Hibiki. Oh, hibiki. Any simple gift answer. Yeah, you don't want to be pushed by the station staff into a back train. Oh my god, does that actually happen? Yo, oh, that's crazy. In here, it's like, you know, like be careful of the gap, mind the gap, make sure you don't pack in. There's another train coming from behind. They always say that. Kabi. Hanabi. Bushi. Nikibi. Fuji. Beka. Every rush hour. Oh my god. Yo, that's crazy. Mana, you gotta show us around sometime. Potato. Hanabi. Yeah, hanabi. Oh, yeah. Gosh, that's why you should avoid riding Russian subways on rush hour. Oh my god. That's crazy. What's the alternative? I guess take a cab. Maybe bus.
ヘビ、
Heavy.
ボート、
ボート。
ピーク、
ピーク。
細い、
パパ。
パパ、プーピ、
Poopy. So a lot of words that you can recognize here, isn't it? Ma, mi, mu. I love this character. Ma, mi, mu. I like how it is. Me and mo. Oh, mo. Used for the nose in a lot of these, a lot of the doodles. Wait it out. Oh god. Yeah. Actually, that is a good point. I remember a few times in uni, when you finish at like during rush hour, you would just chill at uni so you can go home after rush hour. Here's the next batch. Yeah. So yeah, okay, some of these can be a bit. So thankfully, I already have a bit of experience with hiragana. So, but imagine learning this for the first time. Yeah. No 10 for here.
浜辺、 めまい、
Memai.
髪、
Namida.
涙、
Oh, momo.
桃、
Imo is potato. Oh, is it? Imo? I recognize that. Potato? Maybe? I might be bugging. Kumo is cloud, right?
むけた、
Muketa.
熱
Meshta.
した、胸、
Mune. Imo is potato. Oh, thank you, Bana. Thank you. Megane. Megane. Mukade. Yes.
Mukade.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
むかで、
Mukade. I love how this introduces you to like words before you even like get to know them. So it's just there in your head. Because I'm a very like what do you call auditory learner as well. Yeah, I love Mukade. Oh, centipede. Wow. Okay, that I didn't know.
不明、
Hume.
も
Mimi. Yeah. Yeah, I love learning through just like listening to things, like listening to, especially for Japanese, as in, there's of course you have audio drama CDs, you got ASMR as well. There's just so much content out there that you can just like listen to. So I love, and songs, not to mention songs, of course. So I always have Japanese playing a lot. So I kind of just get feeling through it from there, really. So it's nice. And then you actually like put the sounds to the words that you see, and it's just really helpful. Ya, you, yo. Special, these ones are in. Ya, you, yo.
トヨタ、
Toyota,
よ
Yoyoma.
よま、
Yuki. Hey, we got Yuki here. Yuki. Yamato. You can use it as, I mean, it's I don't know how everyone feels about it, but like for me, I definitely can. Like it's just as I like having the language just play, right? It's helpful. For me personally, it's helpful.
みやま、
Miyama.
夜中、
Yoyo. Yayoi. Mokimin cloud or spy. Kumo. Yes, I remember. Yeah. Kumo desu ga. That's where kanji comes in handy, isn't it? And you go Yuki. Yeah, this is where kanji would come in handy. Yeah, Kumo or cloud or spider.
弥生、
Yayoi. Yagi.
Yuki.
Yuki.
おかゆ、
Okayu.
ゆうこ、
Yuko.
闇、
Yami.
おや、
Oya.
かゆい、
Kayui. Oh, in a bit, buddy. Otsukare-sama. Thank you so much for coming. 来てくれてありがとうございます。Okayu. Ra, ri, ru, re, ro. I love this, by the way. The difference between ru and ro, the rather silly way to remember it is to think of the loop at the end of ru as a kangaroo tail. Yeah. Ru, kangaroo tail. Mogu.
Tokoro,
kare. Rice pot. Aha.
ところ、カレー、
Kare. Kare.
ずるい、
Zurui. もぐもぐタイム。Love it. だから。
辛い。
辛い。
さらに。
さらに。
締まり。
いるか。
晴れ。
晴れた。だろう。理科。
車。
霧。6に。がわ。And then o. And then we got the in sound, in as well. Yeah. Like in as in senpai, isn't it? Senpai. Or one-chan. Kanji. Pan. Oh gosh, yeah, there we go. That's why it's important to know the distinction between that. Pan. Kinko. Rika. Rika can mean science. That rings a bell. Yeah, that science anime that came out, isn't it? Yeah. Rika. Rika. Panko. Ringo. Oh, apple. If anyone's seen Spice and Wolf, Ringo. Ringo 食べましょうか。
わら。器。瓦。我ら。金。罠。わし。上着。Ooh. And now we got the double consonants. Yep. Like metta. So we learned about it in Romaji, yes. But now it's time for things. So how do we represent them in hiragana? So we have the tsu, small tsu, half size tsu. Metta. Kekkon. Shippo. In each of the examples, the consonant sound in the character following the small tsu is doubled. The small tsu is like a stop sign. Ringo tabemashou. Yes. Ringo tabemashou. Before you go on to the next sound, pause for just a second. Metta. Donna. So it's correct. Donna and this would... Oh, okay, there's no sound. Kannin. So this is basically for an N. Yeah, we'd add the N instead of the small half size tsu. Yeah. 1000 yen. 1000 yen. Yeah. Yeah. It might seem that these both should be written the same way. Instinct should probably write them both 10 yen, but that wouldn't reflect the fact that they're actually spelled differently in Japanese. Yeah. Nice. 1000 yen and senen. The reason when using Roman letters, yeah, see, that's why Romaji is a bit, you can see the limitations here, isn't it? How do you pronounce this? Instead of using the tip of your tongue, as you would normally, bring the back of your tongue towards the roof of your mouth, but don't let it quite touch. You start by going all the way to it, and then dial it back just to here. Senyen. Make it easier. Japanese speakers usually insert a Y sound before the next vowel, which means you can clearly hear it above. Yeah. Senyen. Yeah. In fact, the Japanese word, when I read this, I was very surprised. I didn't know this. The Japanese word for yen is simply en, but when it follows words such as sen, yeah, ichiman yen, 1000 yen. Oh, that's awesome. 1000 yen.
金曜日 Shinyu. You have to listen to native Japanese people. See, this is what I'm saying. You have to listen to native Japanese people. That's why I love tuning into streams, like Japanese lessons, audio lessons, ASMR, all that kind of stuff. Very, very helpful. Now the combinations. So we have sha, shu, sho. That's why those Y ones were a bit special, isn't it? Shaken, shukai, issho. 一緒に勉強します。Ja. So we got ja, ju, jo with the sentence. Jama, ju, jozu. And cha, chu, cho. Chahan, chukai, choshi. Choshi. I know that word too.
Sha.
You can add, so if you have, now if you add it to, yo, Ferdy, thank you so much for coming. I just finished working. お疲れ様です。お疲れ様。来てくれてありがとう。And all the rest of the combo. Choshizo. Ah, yes, I thought so. I didn't want to say it because we already discussed guai, but I recognized Choshi, and I was thinking that too. Mana, thank you so much. Thank you. Choshi wa dou desu ka? Ah, yes. Oh, Choshi wa... How would you answer it? So, warui or yoi? Choshi wa yoi. Yes, Japanese. We're studying Japanese today. Choshi ga ii? Choshi ga ii desu? Cha, chu, cho. But here we have kya, kyu, kyo. Yeah, with these ones. Kya, kyu, kyo.
Gya, gyu, gyo. Nya, nyu, nyo.
Daijoubu desu. Ah, okay. Yes. You just respond. Ah, yeah. It's like you don't really use the same words that the question asks, isn't it? It's more contextual. Daijoubu desu. Daijoubu desu. Nyo. Oh wow. See, there's where the kanji is. Hyu, hyo. Bya, byu, byo. Pya, pyu. Pyu, pyo, mya, myu, myo, rya, ryu, ryo. Oh, and here we go. Time for the last chapter. Wait, let's see. Yeah, okay. In this chapter, we learned the remaining 21 hiragana characters. We discovered that the H series was special in that it can accept not only tenten to make B sounds, but also maru to make P sounds. We also learned that the characters ya, yu, yo can be written in half size after certain characters to create new combinations. For example, after shi, they make the sound sha, shu, sho. After chi, they make the sounds cha, chu, cho. After ki, they make the sounds kya, kyu, kyo. And believe it or not, that does it for the rules on using hiragana. You're now a hiragana master. You can spell anything, anytime. Prove it to yourself by breezing through this chapter review below. You can also put your newfound skill to the test using the full set of cards in the hiragana matching game. All right, for now, I'll continue to present the vocabulary in both Roman letters and hiragana, but within a few chapters, we'll discard romanization entirely. In the journey that is Japanese, you're well on your way. The kanji makes all the difference. Yeah, oh my god, it's great. So we say kanji is so difficult and stuff, but without kanji, you'd get confusion like that, isn't it? Okay. Jankenpon. Jankenpon, hey!
Kanpeki.
Jankenpon. This is rock, paper, scissors, right? Jankenpon. Consonant in hiragana, so it's tsu.
Yatta.
H, when you add a maru becomes p.
Yatta.
So this would be shorui.
Yatta.
Shorui. Metta.
Kanpeki.
Kekkon. Is that kekkon? Kekkon shite kudasai. Chairo. Oh, this is brown, isn't it? The color brown. Chairo.
Kanpeki.
Ocha. Kyukoku. Is that right? Kyoku, yeah. H when you add a tenten. B, it becomes a b.
Yatta.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Kito kurete arigatou gozaimasu. Nyanko sensei. Ah, Nyanko sensei.
Kanpeki.
Nyanko sensei wa doko desu ka? Yeah, kanji makes all the difference. Yeah. And then we got the hiragana quiz. All right. Let's do this matching here. Oh, my memory. Yo, okay, let's go. Okay. Oh, yeah. How was right there? To. Ru. Ru is here. Ru. Oh my god.
Kanpeki.
Oh, I saw mu somewhere too, didn't I? Yeah. Oh. Mu.
Kanpeki.
Mo, ro, te, to.
Yatta.
He, o, a, ma, shi, a. I saw a somewhere.
Did I? Maybe not. Oh.
完璧
Ka. More. There's more here. More.
やった
Ku. She. I saw she. She.
完璧
Ku. I can't remember ku. Ro. Where's
やった
Oh, ma. Okay, nice. Where was? Am I looking at the same?
完璧
And then oh.
やった
Te. He. Ku. Ro. Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing the same thing. Can't. Te. Where was te? Te.
やった
Ka.
やった
Yeah.
完璧
Ku.
完璧完璧
Here we go.
やった
Ooh. As I just realized someone greet me hello. Yes, and yo, so that is it. That is Hiragana part 2 done. Guys, and we've been studying for 2 hours now. Yes, just over 2 hours, and we've gotten through we've done chapters introduction, pronunciation, the writing system, and hiragana. Hiragana part 1, geography, hiragana part 2. And then you go on to vocab stuff like greetings and things like that. That's gonna be fun. But yes, guys, I think that does it for today. Thank you so much for coming. Like, let me check the time in Japan right now. I've got Tokyo clock on my phone as well. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. in Japan. So thank you so much to everyone for joining. That's a lot. Otsukare-sama deshita. Mana, you too. Thank you so much for sticking for the entire 2 hours when you were about to go to sleep. We seriously appreciate you so much. Oh my God. If there's anything we can do for you as well, Mana, honestly, just say the word. We'd be more than happy to help out or collab or anything like that. Always happy to do anything with you. Seriously. Thank you so much, Mana. And congrats on all of your successes as well. It's so fun to see you grow. It really is. And thank you so much to everyone that joined today. Thank you so much to Satori Rita and Human Japanese, the team at Human Japanese, for allowing me to do this. We'd love to do more. And arigato. It was fun. Thank you, Shireen. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex, so much. See you next time. We love to do more of these. Guys, again, just a reminder, the links to download them is in the description. So we got Human Japanese there, and they're also running a sale for Satori Reader as well, which is for the more advanced users. But for beginners, Human Japanese, there's a free trial. You can download the entire thing afterwards on iOS, Android, desktop. Amazing app. I've been using it for years. On and off now, but I used it way back when I was doing my actual Japanese studies. It was so helpful. And now I'm going to be using this consistently as well. Thank you for the stream. I finally got to watch live for the first time. Oh, thank you, Night Baron. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ferdy. We really appreciate it. And this will be VODed. All of it will be VODed. So we'd love to study together more. Catch you next stream. Bye. And yeah, we'll catch you this week. So this week will be the K-pop stream over on the other channel. And then on Sunday, we have a Apex collab with Shia. Ja, more agaru ne. More jo. Oh, I'm not sure about the kanji there. Oyasumi. Minna. Otsu. Is that? I know that kanji. I recognize it. Agaru. Yes, I knew it. Mo agaru ne. Oyasumi minna. Arigato. Kite kurete arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much to everyone who joined back. We really do appreciate it. Minna hontou ni yasashii. Cheese, thank you so much. Really appreciate all of our mod team here. Satori Rita was here too. Junaid for the super chats, Mana for sticking around so long, Rita was here too, Subasa was here too, everyone in the chat, thank you so much. We're gonna go record now, but yes, we'll catch you in the next video, guys. Take care. Peace.